Ma'am.
I'll let y'all put this down as this.
I've been a patrolman for 7 years for Oxford Police Department. I've been a tactical flight officer with the aviation unit for 3. And being able to be multifunctional and having different jobs within the PD makes everything a lot better. To be a good TFO, you have to be a good patrolman. You have to know the job. You have to know what the guys on the ground need. And with the experience of being a patrolman for 7 years, 4 of them before a TFO, it gives you an advantage in the air. I know exactly what the guys need, and if I don't, they'll ask. So a tactical flight officer's role in any flight is the pilot flies a helicopter, but the tactical flight officer runs the mission. That goes from car chases to domestic violence calls to just simple traffic stops. I direct the pilot where he needs to go, and he puts me in a right-hand orbit because of our equipment. But my job doesn't start when we get on the call. It's monitoring all calls. It's monitoring all radio frequencies, helping the pilot spot aircraft in the air. And then once we do get on the call, I'm the one talking to dispatch, ground units, running the FLIR system and or the track of light system. So once we're on the scene, it's a handful, to say the least, but that's my job. When I was hired in Oxford in 2016, the aviation program was basically a rumor. People inside the department kind of knew what was going on. The citizens had heard about the aviation department, or aviation unit at the time. And I made sure in my first interview, I said, if this is something that this department actually has, I want to be a part of it. So I knew some of the people once I got hired that they were in the aviation unit. And I didn't understand why you had to be a patrol officer for 2 years before moving over to aviation. Now, since I've been a patrol officer 7 years and in the aviation unit 3 years, I completely understand. 2 years is the minimum, but at 2 years and you've never had any police experience before, you don't know everything that you need to know to better assist your patrol officers or investigations or DEA or any of that. 2 years, you're scraping the surface of the knowledge that you need to keep officers safe on the ground when you're in the air. I look at it as if I was in the pursuit and I was the lead car, what would I need from the helicopter? And that's what I think of on every call. In a DV situation, what if somebody runs out of the back of the house and I have no idea? I hope the aviation unit sees it and lets me know. So information like that is crucial, but you have to know what to look for and what the officers on the ground need. $733, 1039.
1039.
21 South Cliff Garrett on a Kia Optima, blue in color, 1028 through Texas. Papa Zulu Romeo 9594. They're above us.
Hey, how are y'all?
I'm sorry, I didn't even realize.
No,
I
it's
didn't
fine.
even
I didn't even.
I said, and you
And I've been doing good. I said I've been watching it, and I don't know how I got
you.
it's coming down off that hill or whatever.
Well, my name is Officer Reeves, Oxford Police Department. I stopped you because you were doing 71 and 55.
Yeah, that's why I didn't.
I told her.
I didn't realize it.
I said, you come rolling in
And
the
I've
office.
been doing good watching it at 50, so
that's-
I don't know how I got up there.
Is all your information still correct on your license?
Oh, that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
All right. Well, just
Can
give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ten four.
733, go for it.
10-4.
So right now we have aviation above us. They're supporting us from the air. They're keeping an eye on the vehicle. With our camera system that unit has, we're able to, just give any kind of support that I need. Say the vehicle takes off and it takes me a second to get around and get into the vehicle. They can maintain eyes until I can catch back up. With them above us, it's a comforting feeling, honestly. It's kind of hard to explain. Ms. Brown, here's your driver's license. See? Look, here's your warning. You have got to slow down.
She just moved here,
Thank you.
so she going on.
Yeah.
I just couldn't believe I've been doing good the whole while.
Until today.
And got up
Until today.
You ain't in Texas no more.
No, this is Alabama. Welcome to Alabama.
Thank you,
Y'all have a good day, okay? So we just finished that stop. Wrote her a warning for speed. She is new to the area, just moved from Texas. First 6 months into the unit, I've been described as a go-getter. I'm one of those that want to make things happen. And I can see how the world was shifting and social media was honestly dominating recruitment all across the country. So my first instinct was to go to my unit commander, Lieutenant Jake Durham, and ask him if we could have a social media. I recommended us moving to Instagram because Facebook was more for my parents' generation. People were on Facebook, but nobody used Facebook to really network like people think. So I asked Jake, could we start an Instagram account? I saw the benefit of recruitment, retention, and honestly, it benefited our unit more than anything, showing the public what an aviation unit does. And Jake gave me the go-ahead, but he told me that I had to run it. I had no idea how to run a social media account. I had no idea what a reel was or how to network or how to do really anything on social media. It took a lot of trials, a lot of failures, and a lot of reaching out to random people that I knew in the aviation industry all across the country that I found their account. And I had some great, you could say, mentors that helped me. They would push our content out, and so I started our page in 2021, and we had our first 1,000 followers by December of 2021. So start of 2022, I really started catching my stride with social media and kind of figuring out what I was doing. In doing so, we ended up gaining 35,000 followers in the next year and a half. Last year, we had over 14 million views on Reels, and it exploded. We built a network of people in our industry, in law enforcement, and just regular citizens that liked what we were doing. My goal of social media was not to reach the 55-year-old sitting on the couch. I was trying to reach the 17, 18-year-old kid in our high school that had no idea what they were going to do in life, that kept seeing helicopter videos and thinking, man, that's kind of cool. That's the kid I wanted to reach. And probably 6 months ago, I got a message from a senior in our high school, and he was like, I can't wait to turn 21 where they can legally work for our department, where I can join and become part of aviation. That's the goal. Like I saved that comment. I mean, that's what I was trying to accomplish the entire time. So now it's not just Oxford PD aviation. If I can help other departments across the country see the importance of social media and how to push their content across the country, I mean, it helps with everything. Helps citizens know exactly what aviation is in your area. It helps city council members be able to see what funding is going for. It's fantastic for recruitment, and it is amazing just to be able to show what we do day in and day out as a unit. And some of the biggest benefits that we've received from social media is having y'all here, having U.S. cops here filming aviation. Not only that, we've been in magazines, calendar shoots, we've been invited to expos all across the country, Great American Fly-Ins that are happening later this year. Our unit commander, Lieutenant Jake Durham, and our chief pilot, Drew Minch, were just on a podcast for Pilot's Lounge. We've gained great connections, and honestly, I've worked trying to get us in Vertical Magazine for probably a year and a half, 2 years, just tagging them in every reel post. Anything that I could put on social media, they were tagged in. And I just found out the other day, we just did a photo shoot as a preliminary for a news article.
So I'm part of the recruiting committee for Oxford Police Department. And in doing so, today we're working on a shot of tight turns over the football field. We'll leave this location, move to Chocolaca Park, and looking at a upcoming shot with a Bearcat, patrol cars, helicopter hovering. It's going to be nice, but today we're going to try to capture this one shot of tight turns over the football field. So another thing is I want the community to recognize exactly where the shot's taking place, and I want to reach out to the younger generation that is about to graduate high school, and they're really not sure what they want to do, but they see the police department and they notice exactly where we are. We're out at Chocolaca Park. We have a film crew with us, and we're going to get one of our biggest shots for our recruitment video. That's going to include a Bearcat, multiple patrol cars, and our helicopter. It's taken a lot to get all the parts hopefully working well together today. So we look at a recruitment video and why it is important to have one, because retention rates across the country are honestly low for law enforcement. It's been that way for years. So we're trying to spark an interest in our department and our agency and show what our capabilities are and the technology and assets that patrolmen have at this department.
I'm Officer Gunner, Oxford Police Department. I've been working here at Oxford Police Department for roughly 2.5 years. Before this, I was a jet engine mechanic in the Air Force. I went on a deployment, went to Afghanistan, and when I got back from my deployment, I decided that I wanted to get out of the military, and I still wanted to serve in some capacity, and I figured what better way to do that than become a police officer. I still wanted to work in aviation because that's still one of my biggest passions. So I got with the City Hall here in Oxford, and they set me up with Lieutenant Durham, and he is the commander of our aviation unit. And we worked out a plan. The military grants their members It's called the Skills Bridge program. You can get out up to 6 months early and do an internship. So I did that out. I got out about 3 months early, and I came here and I interned. And everything worked out in my favor. They took a chance, and I work here now. I'm super grateful to have this job. It supports me and my family well. Got keys locked in their vehicle here at Dollar General. Maroon Chevy Equinox. See if we can't help them out. It's 7:35, 10:23. What's your name?
Janice Walker.
Okay. Do you own the vehicle?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I was in a hurry and I pulled my wallet out of my purse, but I dropped my keys in my purse. And
That's a bad feeling when you shut the door knowing your keys are in there, huh? All right, if I could just get you to do me a favor. Print and sign. That's just stating that if any damage occurs to the vehicle, myself or Oxford Police Department is not held liable. Today is the 13th. Yes, ma'am. All right, let me grab my tools. Yeah, that's about what it is. It's not much different than one.
my purse on the floorboard.
I see it down there. Hey, I'm back again. You keep calling me over here, huh?
I know. It's been a day, man.
I would have called my son, but my phone's in the car too.
That's why I just went ahead and called.
Some of these are hard to see. There it is.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
so much.
Absolutely. You have a good day, ma'am.
You too.
$7.35, $10.28 for the lot.